Thank you. All right. Thank you, enough for that. So now we stopped at burnout, and burnout is, according to what you're seeing on your screen, is essentially a repetitive stress injury where we are using the same neurological circuitry over and over again. It's brain damage. Burnout stresses your brain. You are not even as productive as you should be. And what are the signs of burnout? You're feeling tired and drained most of the time, even after a full night's sleep. Difficulty in concentrating and making decisions. You have difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. A sense of detachment and disengagement from your responsibilities. Yes, for me, once I'm getting to that burnout, and most times a lot of us dance around that burnout place, which is not nice. Most of the time when I get to that burnout, whatever, I begin to notice when I have a deadline and I just don't care. No matter how important that deadline is, I've just, my mind, I just cannot, I have this, I cannot keep myself mentality. I know that I've stressed myself so much so that my brain is starting to take care of itself, overriding what I need. So you want to ensure that you don't get to this place of burnout. Now, like I said, the entrepreneurial journey makes you prone to these things. So the real question is not that will you face burnout? The real question is um how do you ensure that you don't get burned out? How do you manage the proneness to burnout? So it is important to know that burnout is a gradual process. It is gradual. You just don't burn out in a day. It's accumulation of weeks, days, weeks, months of neglecting yourself. And it's a gradual process. An individual may experience these signs to varying degrees. If left unaddressed, burnout can lead to serious physical and mental health issues. I've heard of an entrepreneur. He has money, he has loan and all of that. And then he became very psychotic. I think he just woke up that day and he felt that he was Jesus, that could fly from the roof of his house. And then when his wife was trying to hold him, and I think his mother-in-law was around, he gave her a terrible punch that led to her face bleeding and all of that. They had to call 911, had to restrain him, had to take him to the hospital, had to, of course, that this particular guy, I think from when he was young, was diagnosed with a particular mental health, whatever, that usually use drugs from time to time, yes. But after a while, he thought, oh, he was over it. And then he became an entrepreneur, and then he was under constant stress, and that happened. And he had to step away from his business for months and weeks and all of that. So today I'm not coming to make us sad, yes, but this is the reality. You have a lot of entrepreneurs that are dealing with serious physical health issues. So why wait and build the empire and make the money, and then you cannot enjoy it? So we must take care of ourselves. And beyond that is the fact that for you to be productive and highly for us to be productive and highly creative, we need that space. So there's a growing realization that to get ahead, you also need some creative space to rest, to iterate and ideate. So you can't ideate under stress. What are you ideating? Your brain is stressed. Your creative juices are not flowing. So you can't do any of these things if you're always busy. And we're always busy. There's always a meeting. There's always something. You have to craft your timetable in such a way that you create pockets of time where there's nothing. I'm someone that is in my one day to do list. I probably have something I can do. The work I'm supposed to do in 3 days. It's probably cramped up in my one day. But I've learned over time that you are not as productive as you should be when you do that. And you have to create white spaces. That's what we call it. White spaces are spaces where you're not doing anything. You are just letting your subconscious do the work. Your subconscious is thinking, your subconscious is filing, your subconscious is trying to. That's why a lot of people will say, oh, I don't know if we experience it. Drop it in the chat box if you do, where you get ideas in the bathroom. Or some people is in the toilet. Some people is in the shower. That's when you say, oh, this thing just occurred to me. I'm going to try it out. I want to get our reaction in the chat box. Some will say in the toilet, in the shower. Some will say while they are cooking. Some will say under the rain. People just have different places where, and say in the kitchen, people just have different places where naturally they just have this eureka moment. And what is really happening is that those spaces that you are the white spaces for you, and not said in the bathroom. I have a number of friends that is on their toilet seats. Once they sit down on that toilet seat like this, ideas just be flowing. So they go to their toilet with paper and Bible. But what is really happening is not so much as where you are, but it's so much as the place where you have conditioned your mind to enter a white space kind of zone where you are relaxed. You're allowing your mind to travel. For me, is when I'm on long walks. When I take long walks, my mind travel. It's like I have wings to fly. So when we create those white spaces, as busy as our schedules are, sometimes you see entrepreneurs say they are going to the gym, or they want to go and play golf, or just have an hobby or an habit that you do, something that you do that is different from work. What that you do, for me, sometimes it's reading. I just pick a book and I'm getting relaxed. I'm highly stressed if I pick the book, and it's not a novel. It can be a very technical book, but the fact that I'm just sitting down and I open that book, I'm relaxed. So you want to think about what are the white spaces that you can create to help you to be more productive. And yes, there's something called the hustle culture. I know that, especially even those of us in Lagos, we call ourselves hustlers, and we have to be mindful of it. And hustle culture is a lifestyle where career has become such a priority in our lives or environments that your work in that other aspect of being human, such as hobby, family time, self-care, often take the back seat. This happens to us in short, for those in Lagos, it's almost like a norm. They now had entrepreneurs, it's bad. Like, you're on the street, you have to make this money. But that time you spend with that hobby, that 1 hour you spend. So I belong to Toastmasters, and we write speech, we give speech, we do all of that. Sometimes it's stressful. But I knew that when I'm in that place, when I'm sitting down, listening to somebody's speech, or when I'm trying to write my speech, an idea comes to me, or something comes to me, oh, you can do this to this business, and know it can work. But I'm spending time with my family. I'm just sitting down with my mom and I'm whining her about the series she watches on Telemundo. And then, I'm just so relaxed, and my subconscious is doing something. I can do this, can do that. So don't let us get carried away with the hustle that we refuse to take care of ourselves. Don't let it don't let it take the backseat. Being an entrepreneur is lonely enough that not prioritizing family or friends or the relationship you have in your life is really not good. So also culture and physical health. What are the signs that you have to watch it? High blood pressure. You'll be amazed at how many young people below 35 have high blood pressure. And high blood pressure, I don't think it's something that goes. It's not like malaria. It's something that is managed for life. That means the person is on drugs, the person is constantly checking, the person is, you don't want to use your body to that extent. Heart attack and stroke, insomnia and fatigue. Insomnia, you can't sleep. Your mind is just always thinking about that tension, headache, digestive problems. You eat, your food is not digesting, chest pain, reduced immune system function. You just don't want to get here. Because what keeps us on this earth is not how, I'm sure that when you check the brain of most people that are probably exiting this earth, in their mind, they are still agile. In their mind, they still have goals, they have dreams, they have things they want to do. Still give them the next 100 years. They have all of the things that can carry them. But their body would not allow. And the body is that thing that we have on earth. And our body is what we use as entrepreneurs. We are thinking a lot. It puts heavy stress on the brain. You might not know. The fact that you are strategizing, it puts heavy stress. The fact that you are thinking, how will this business grow? How will this whatever? It puts heavy stress. So you want to ensure that you are balancing it. Okay, so this is a question I would like to hear one or two people's views on. Do you think work-life balance is achievable? Do you think there's anything that is called work-life balance, and do you think it's achievable? I need two people to speak to this. Who is going? Entrepreneurs, so yeah, now work-life balance. This is your opinion. Do you think it's achievable? Do you think there's even a word like that? Do you want me to call names?
I think I would like to go first.
Okay, please go.
Okay, I think for me, yeah, I think it's a yes and no answer, depending on what view you want to take. For me, I would say it depends. But I think the most important thing is knowing when to do what you need to do. So if you are doing work from 9 to 4, at least just stick to that time. Then you know from 4 to 9, you are taking that time for yourself. I think it's achievable if we know what we are doing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Anne. Anne says that she thinks it's achievable if you know what you're doing. All right, who else is this? I would like to hear another person's view.
Okay.
Work-life balance.
I
Okay,
think I
Victor.
can go. I can go on.
Yes, you can.
For me, I think at this earlier stages, or maybe because I am male, I don't think I should be thinking about anything work-life balance. If I see that my health is taking a dive, and hey, I can fix up. I can take some time and fix up, take time to relax. But work-life balance can come later. It can come after 10 years, after 5 years or 6 years of building, after care traits have reached stability, whereby I don't have to be actively involved in the day-to-day running of the company, where we have reached a reasonable amount of traction. And then I can take trips, I can go on holidays, and spend time with family. But now I think
So now
building.
you can't spend time with family. You just want to build.
No. Now I can spend time with family, but not like the way they portray it when they talk about work-life balance. So when it is evening, I don't take work phone calls. I don't respond to work emails. No. For now, like you said in the last class, 2 a.m., you are still responding to emails, especially when
Yeah,
you're
we
now the
still.
one in charge of customer care and customer service. You have to respond to client email and all of that. So yes. But after all of this process have now become an instituted process in the company, now we now have people duly responsible for each of these processes. Yes. So then I can now take the back seat and enjoy life small.
I hear you. One more opinion before I respond to that and we move on. One more opinion. And he's saying, shape you get us work-life balance. Hey, you don't want to know. Oh yeah, one more person. I would like to hear the view of one more person. I've heard Joshua, I've heard let me hear Hussein. Hussein, what's your view on work-life balance?
Hi, good evening. Can you
Hi,
hear me?
yes.
Yeah, so I honestly don't know. I don't know how people do it, but where is the balance? Where is the balancing from? I have well for me, I've not seen where the balance comes from. So it's always work probably taking 80, and you're just trying to also navigate life. I mean, it's a tough one out there when you're still trying to put things in place. So I really don't know, and I hopefully want to believe that we'll get actionable points from this section that will really help us now look at, okay, how do you balance things up?
Okay. Thank you very much, Hussein.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, Banjo, we can hear you.
Okay. So really, well, I don't know, but I'm coming from a perspective that the definition of work life is maybe relative, right? That how do you unwind from a lot of activity and tasks for the day? So first and foremost for me, it will be a matter of priority. Is it a must do? Is it a must have? Right, I was listening to Fusi one time and he categorized some of those and says, okay, to one category, right? he's going to delegate, he would rather not do it, just delegate someone to do it. Then another one he can assign. Then another one that probably the consequence is sort of high, he can do it himself, and all of that. So for me, I would rather think of priority than trying to fix everything together. And of course, as a developer, right, when you have written a lot of code and the thing is now, it doesn't look like the code we code. I don't leave it sleep. And at times I don't come back to it, not doing anything, the thing don't work by himself. So for me, that is work-life balance already. So I don't have to believe it's relative. So that's just my perspective.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody for really being very realistic with their opinion of work-life balance. And this is a debate that is always constantly going on. Some will say it's not achievable. Some will say, some will take, a good number of people will take Victor's position, which is that when we've blown, when we've raised, when we have 50 people, when we have all of this, we do the work-life balance. And I was waiting to hear Victor's definition of work-life balance, and then I saw it in when he said we take the trips, we go on vacation, we all of that. So I saw that was his own definition of work-life balance. So I think it all starts from what the definition is. Now, work-life balance, really, what is work? What is life? To some of us, our work is our life. So you're wondering, so what are we balancing? But really, the idea is to say that you want to live your life in such a way that it is not just about the work that you do. You don't want to look back in time, 50, 20, 10 years down the line, and be alone. And all what you've just achieved is your work. I can tell you for free, or from research, from people that are research, from people I've heard talk, successful people, they'll tell you it's empty. It's empty. Now, work-life balance does not mean that, so I work 9 to 5 and then I've closed as an entrepreneur. I want to go and do work-life balance. No, that's not what it means. It means that we are juggling different balls in our lives. Yes. So we are, for example, let me use myself as an example. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm probably somebody's babe, somebody's wife, will be somebody's mother, will be somebody's friend. Then there's the work that I do. Now, the whole concept is, how do you not lose who you are in the process of building? How do you keep the things that are important to you? So first and foremost, it is in your life. What are the things that are important to you? They will say, let's fast forward to that. You're already 100 and you're on that bed and you're about to bounce off from this life. What do you think are going to be the top 3 things that are important to you? Is it the amount of apps that you've built? Is it the amount of money that you raised? What do you think would be important to you at that point when you're about leaving this earth? When you answer that question, it makes you see the things that are important to you. And it's a question that we have to all ask ourselves, because you don't want to get to that place and you found out that, oh, this thing is actually important to me, but I didn't take care of it. So what are the things that are important to you? What do you think will be important to you at that point when you're about to X? Now, when you've answered those questions, you now come back today to say that, yes, we are still building. We are still building means that some of us are probably even spending 18 hours on our businesses. Some of us are probably doing all of those things. But for me, let me take myself as an example. At that time, when I'm about to X, I want to look back at the quality of my relationships, the very few friends that I've kept, or the very few relationships that I have, and to say that they were genuine, they were filled with love. I was there for them. I did my best to be the best. For me, those relationships are important. Now, how does it reflect in my work-life balance now? Now, in my house presently, my friend is here with her baby. I'm working, yeah. But the fact that the in-between hours that I can get to carry baby and smile and do all of that, it eases whatever stress I'm doing, such that, yes, I'm still working for 18 hours, but I've invested in that relationship. Relationships are important to me. So when you have to, and you can't wait till you've, what's the name now? Till you've blown, because that's like how many years? People will not wait for you. Now, Bill Gates, yes, you might say Bill Gates, does he have work-life balance when he was building? But Bill Gates had time to have a family, have children. Of course, he had issues with his marriage, and then he has broken up. His family is no more together. And if you ask him, he will say that he regrets those times that he was not there. Yes, we know that Bill Gates is already rich and all of that. But relationships are most times have been shown to be important, and we often neglect it. So it is, can you spare what 15 minutes in your day or what 30 minutes in your day can you spare to invest in that thing that is important to you? If it's that relationship, can you be there? So Banjo has been coding from morning till night, but relationships are important to him. Can he take 30 minutes out of that busy day to invest in that relationship? If your faith, for me, my faith is very important to me. I don't want to build business and then I don't have relationship with God, then I feel empty. So yes, in my busy schedule, I will find time, the 5 minutes when I'm checking emails. I ensure that that time that I'm getting into my day, I'm checking emails, I'm checking LinkedIn, I'm checking all of those. I'm playing a message or I'm playing something that speaks to my faith, because that is important. So the whole concept of work-life balance is that it's a struggle, actually. And it's something, and you cannot have that. I don't think it's possible that you have that point in your life where everything is balanced. You are giving work the same attention as you are giving your friends, as you are giving your relationship, as you are giving your maybe your hobbies. I don't think there's a time in life where you give them equal attention. There'll be times where it's just heavily work, 80% work and 20% relationship. There are times where it's 50% relationship, 30% health, and is that exchange. So work-life balance is that juggling it, and juggle we must, because if you wait till you don't take care of your health now, and our bodies is like there's wear and tear. So you are chipping it. You are not taking care of it. You now get to that point where, okay, you now have all the money. The body you want to spend it on is already tired. Which day was my daddy complaining that, what was even happening? He's 75. When you are young, they will say, don't eat too much meat. You are old, they will say, don't eat meat. You cannot eat fish. You cannot eat. What can you even eat? So that balance really is, the balance is in answering the question, what is important to you? Now, for us, or we have different things that are important to us, and finding time nowadays. There are some times where there's one of my friends that have given birth for how many weeks now. I've not had time to go and visit the person. Yeah, there are times like that. And there are times where I say, no, today, I forget that I'm working. I'm just going to, my phone is on do not disturb. I'm going to go and have fun. So it's a constant battle. I'm not saying that it's not a battle, but I'm saying that we must now look at the things that are important to us, because most of those things do not wait forever. Your relationship will not wait forever. I tell most times my dad does not stay. He stays in Ikorodu, and then we all say, oh, let's go and visit my dad. And then my brother too is a tech person, and he says, I'm busy, I'm working on this project. And I call him one day, I said, this man, he's 75. God help us keep him. Is here for the next 30 years. That's the maximum you will get. You won't always have him around. So that 1 hour or that 5 hours that you take from your coding to go and spend time with him is timeless. It's timeless. You are investing in that relationship. You don't even know how much stress is easing off you. Now, for the bulk of this year, I didn't even, once I wake up like this, I carry my laptop, I'm working till night. My health, I'm not as fit as I should be. I saw it in my thinking speed. It will reflect. So you want to think more. You are saying, no, I have a lot to do. I don't have time for exercise. It's that exercise that would help you. And research has shown that the more, if you exercise, it helps your mental health, your stability, your ability to think fast, your ability to concentrate. So the more, like, the lighter you are, the physically fit you are, helps you to be able to do your job. And for you to be physically fit, you have to create time to work out. You have to create time to exercise. So the real magic here, because somebody will tell you in the morning, do this, do that, do that. No. The real magic here is what is important to you and how can you create time for those things that are important to you in your everyday life, as busy as it is. So I know that, no, I have to constantly feed my knowledge base. Fine. So when I'm working out, I'm listening to something. I'm listening to a podcast. I don't have all of the time, but that time that I'm listening to the podcast, I'm also working out. But it's because I've identified the fact that, oh, Titi, for me, most times, no matter how pressing, I have a deadline, I'm going to stand up and go for a walk. Because I know that when I go for a walk, my brain cools down. I know Banjo knows this. After work, we've worked since morning. And a logical person should just enter Keke and go to their house to drink water. I'm going to walk home. Because I know walking home will help me remove that stress that is in my body and will help me, when I get home, now do a better job in the work I'm about to do. Now, I don't get it all the time. Like, there are days where I lose with, in short, balance is not even in the conversation. I just lose it. But then that consciousness to say, you have to find a balance such that when you reach Jeff Bezos status and you reach Bill Gates status, you are not all alone. Bill Gates has all the money in the world. He has started off from Microsoft. He has whatever. Now that he needs companionship, his companion is not there. Yes, you cannot have a girlfriend, but is it like somebody that has been with you for the past how many years? Now your children are no more there because they have to build their own life. While they were growing up, you were sitting down, you were coding. Now they don't have time. They have to go on with their own lives. So that's what I would say to that. To say there's no magic pill. And to be honest, there are times where it's more work than life. But that ability to strike a balance, create what's the name, traditions for yourself. Christmas, what do you do Christmas? Oh, I think I'm still going to work on Christmas Day. Fantastic. But what do you do? Do you visit friends? Do you call people? Do you invest? What do you do? Hobbies, what hobbies do you have? So what are the strategies to maintaining work-life balance? Define success for yourself. I've said that to say at the end of the day, what does success look like? For me, no matter how much my business is successful, if I look around me and I don't have quality relationship, I don't think I'm that successful. Success is not complete for me. If my faith is out of shape, success is not complete for me. So for you, you have to define success. And once you've defined those parameters of success, you now cascade it down to your everyday. So I can't work every day. Can I work 3 times a day, a week? Okay, I can't call my dad every day of the week. Can I call him once a week? Can I say, okay, Wednesdays, I set my alarm, call dad, and I pick up my phone. No matter, I have nothing to say, I'm not in the mood. Daddy, how are you? Hope you are fine. Because one day you want to do that and that is not possible. Set boundaries. Boundaries is very important. So you cannot, you have to set boundaries to things, to say, okay, so I have this deadline, but hey, I have to sleep 4 hours. I must sleep. So you set that boundary, off your phone, sleep. Because sleep is important to you. Set boundaries. No, you can't see me. If you do your best work early in the morning, no, I can't see people or I can't have conversations early in the morning between 5 and 10, 10 a.m. Please, I don't take calls. I don't talk to people. Set boundaries and keep them. Build a strong support system. So your time is busy already. Are there things, just like somebody mentioned, Vusi, are there things that you can outsource? If you can afford for somebody to come and wash your clothes, that removes clothes washing out of your tax. What can you afford to rely on people to do, such that you can concentrate on important things? Schedule downtime. Yes, let's normalize this one. I'm learning to do it. Sometimes I just feel, what have I even done today? Maybe I just sat down, I watched movie. I'm like, I've been very unproductive. And this is me that I've been working 20 hours for the past how many weeks. So schedule downtime where there's nothing there. You just want to be with Titi, you just want to relax and be taken care of. Buy ice cream, buy cold Coke, buy whatever you need to buy. Sit down. Invest in self-care. Batch similar tasks. What does that mean? Don't do, so if you have to talk to customers and reply emails, batch it together. They are similar. When you have to do core mental strategy, whatever, batch it together. Learn to say no. A lot of things will call your attention. Banjo, there's this hangouts we are doing. Don't go to all the hangouts. Oh, there's this thing. I want you to show me this thing on WordPress. Something that you know that the person can go and learn on YouTube. Tell the person to go and learn on YouTube first, so that the time you spend in teaching the person will be lower. So you learn to say no. Learn to say no. So I think with this strategy, you can afford to maintain a level of, work-life balance. And you have to be disciplined about it. Don't say, you say more no than yes. Can you do this? Because where is even the time that you have? The time you have is just between work and those few things that you've identified as factors of success. Jim Dean is saying, I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sail to always reach my destination. Meaning that you cannot change what life will throw at you. You can't change the day where, okay, today I'm going to rest and be taken care of, and that's the day that the bug decided not to work, or that's the day customers will come and you can't take that rest. Fine, attend to the customer and you reschedule and take care of yourself later. And you just adjust your life such that it accommodates those things that you define as success. But it is important, before you can achieve any semblance of work-life balance, you have to determine what is success. What does success look like to you? Does success mean that you are rich and then you have no family members, or you've gotten married like 6 times, or you don't have a house of your own? So the Elon Musk now is very rich, is whatever. Does he spend time with his family? Does he whatever? Is that what success means like to you? If you don't care, if for you success is like, let me just blow, then please, by all means. But in the let me just blow, take care of your body, because that one, there's nothing you can do about it. All right, so that's it. Questions, contributions, and then let's talk about what did you find out about this different culture, Uber, Google, and Amazon. Who is going first? This one, everybody's talking because it's assignments. So contributions, and then what did you find about Uber's? Let me start with Eno, because Eno has been in the last 2 classes. Eno.
Good evening, Ma. Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
Okay. Questions? No, I don't have any questions. Okay. You asked us to carry out a research.
Yeah.
On Google's, Amazon, and Uber's culture. Okay. What I discovered about Google was very interesting. I found out that they had a very social-like work environment, in the sense that they make the workplace very fun. In the workplace, they made it very fun in the sense that in the workplace they have this thing, in-house services, like they can go to the gym, they can have a haircut, massage, dinner, which is very interesting. Then it was very interesting for me because as a legal practitioner, when you go to law firms, when you speak to those that you are head of, they'll tell you, in this place, all we do is work. You work. Even most of the work firms, they have like a small mini office where they tell you that sometimes they can't go home, so you have to put things there. So when I saw about Google, I was very happy. I was like, that's nice, because after the thinking of your boss, you can do you did launch, you can go out to get started to work, you productive. Then also they started also open communication. I had a system whereby you can actually you can communicate if there's a particular idea, particular resource, you can then give feedback on it. The employees can be the employers and their opinions, feedbacks on services that, or yes. Then what else again? I also discovered
Is it me? I can't hear Eno again. Is my network? Please confirm that you can see and hear me. I can't hear Eno again.
Yeah, we can still hear you. I think it's Emma's network.
Oh, okay. All right. So Victor, let's move to you then. Recommendations, questions, and what did you find? Did you read about the Uber culture? What's your own take regarding that? Victor.
I'm
Good
here, I'm
evening,
here,
I'm
I'm here, I'm here, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. So what I found about Uber culture,
Yeah.
it was one that was not funny at all. I was shocked when I saw it. I was like, okay. What they had was this kind of they created this kind of culture where they encouraged employees to go head to head or toe to toe or to be competitive. And they are obsessed with, like, to be obsessed with winning. Like, it doesn't matter how you get the results done, like, you just have to get it done. I've happened to work in that kind of environment before. And then one thing that is common is you see people who would not have respect for other employees that they are working with. Somebody in sales can come to engineering and talk to engineers like engineers don't know what they're doing, even when sales are the ones that drops the ball or something, right? So just because it's not like a competition kind of thing, every department or every unit is trying to fight against. And then we can see there's so many stories we've heard about Uber, like their CEO that had issues with that had to do with sexual related issues, and he was almost removed by the board and all of that. So I think the culture played a very, very huge role in things like that. So I also checked for Amazon and Google. For Amazon was just like a good place, a secure, a safe space to work. Why that of Google was more like a space for you to be at your best, to create more. And I learned also, even prior to now, that most of the most important tools, I think they said 1 hour or 2 hours every day at Google, you are free to work on whatever you like outside of your work, your task, your dedicated task. So that's how they had so many things come up. Employees are free to come up with ideas, execute them, get them started, relate it to management, and if it is good, fine. That's how they were able to come up with different other things from Google to Gmail to Workplace, so many other tools, and they just allow their employees to take time off to begin to work on ideas that they think that can scale, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours every day. So yeah, that's what I found.
Oh, nice. So what learnings are you taking from that, and how will that reflect in your organization?
Okay, so I actually had a sit down and really thought about it. Okay, so the way I have thought about culture before now was just like, okay, so we communicate it often, we get everybody to fall in line, get everybody to understand it, get everybody to recite it. We have the placards everywhere, but just opposing everything I was learning with regards to the work experiences that I have, now I'm seeing that it is not about all the efforts you're making in trying to say, here we are nice, here we have a cool working space and all of that. The top shots must set the example. And this one is, we cannot help this one. This one, the character traits of the top people in the business is very important here in setting the culture. So if you have a CEO or a top level management executive that is, let's say, promiscuous, dubious, siphoning company funds, paying themselves $15K when the company is not having enough money and stuff.
My brother.
It's going to, there's no culturing out of that behavior. It is the behavior of the top people that is shaping the culture of the company. So maybe many founders will need to go to therapy, they will need to undergo personal leadership trainings, learn how to become better leaders, and then in turn they can now better drive the culture of their startups. So what I'm learning is my behavior, my style, my leadership is very critical in shaping the culture of the startup I'm building. How I communicate, how I handle issues. Do I let important issues slide? Do I let them to meddle for long and not address them? How do I handle emotional issues? How do I handle work relationships and all of that? I think all of that, how I do all of those things is what everybody's going to watch, and that is how they are going to be working in the workplace. So I have to keep improving. I have to keep learning. I have to learn how to lead myself better. And then that is when I can now, it's not just by what I write and paste on the walls of the office. That is how I live and how I lead that is going to shape the culture. So I'm going to commit myself to a lifelong learning.
Thank you very much, Victor, for that. That is highly appreciated. Yeah, you said a lot of fantastic things to say that it's not by the things that is written down. Here we are nice. ABZ company, we are very nice. We are something. We are something. Is by how you act. Is by how the management really carry themselves. And that was the problem with Uber. When the competitiveness, the CEO actually did, not the CEO now, the founder had to step down from being the CEO, and a lot of work had to be done, because even that's within the organization and even to the public in reshaping the company, in ensuring that Uber is still Uber, because the sexual harassment issue was, because everybody, it was a free day, was a lawless state. So thank you for that. Banjo, I'd like to hear your opinion. What did you find? And how is that shaping how you would approach culture in your organization? Adebanjo Adeniji.
Hi, Titi.
Hi, Banjo.
I didn't do the assignment actually. I was gliding between a whole lot, so I really didn't check one or two about the assignment.
Okay. But what kind of a culture would you like to build within your organization, and why?
So because from experience and from what I think Victor has said, I think personally I've discovered my mode of productivity, right? Where of course we will meet deadline, we will try as much as possible to be productive. But when it comes to, I don't know the English, but Yoruba will say "Kutoba memi dani." I don't think I want to do something like that. So what is other than banana? I wouldn't want to eat I wouldn't want to eat that. So what I'm just saying is as long as everybody understands the vision. So I think one of the ways I think I can try better is if I can sell the vision, right, to my co-workers, to my staff, to everybody around me in the company, whether you're working remotely, whether you're working physically, whatever method you want to use is relative to you, right? As long as you understand the vision, I think I've passed the message. You will be the one to determine the method to make for productivity. So as much as
Yes.
we just be balanced, just of course, if it will require you to come physically, because some tasks may not be that okay, it's fully virtual. What I'm just saying is, in essence, understand the vision is more critical for me than knowing how to make timely deliverables. So I think that will work for a work-life balance for me as a culture, rather in the workspace.
Okay, but I hear you to say that having the vision clear, and people just living it how they want to be productive. But what culture is speaking to is the behavior of people in your organization. So the question is, what are the things that you reward, and what are the things that you punish? That is what
So
forms culture. Is not so. Yeah, people will understand the vision, but what is the behavior of, because you can't say Uber is not Uber had a bad culture for a long time, and you can't say that they are not successful as a company. But then the success has to eat them up from within. So it was not that the vision wasn't clear. The vision was clear, but they had a bad culture. It was a toxic work environment. So the culture question is speaking to what are the behaviors you would reward, and what are the behaviors that you would punish. Vision for your company to succeed, of course, people have to be clear as to what the vision is. They have to be clear as to what the vision is. But what are the things for Google now? Yeah, Victor rightly pointed out that Google values you being, where's the name now? You being a creative. So they give you, I think, 20% of your time, which is that you spend at work, to work on your own projects. Because they know that once you work on something that you love, you now, when you're working on their project, you are more focused. So that's the culture they behave to say, do your thing. And when you're doing your thing, we know about it. If it's something we can invest into it, then we invest into it. So it was an open culture. So that's what the culture question is speaking to. So you still have to think about it to say, what are the things that you reward? It's not even about working remotely or working physically. It is, are you going to encourage people in your organization to be able to speak up when they see things that are you going to encourage people to, oh, because my guy said this, that's what you're going to do, despite the fact that I know that is wrong. So those are the nuances of culture. So Anne, let's hear your view.
Okay, regarding culture, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
culture, and then any question or recommendation that you have, and any contribution.
I think my first contribution to work-life balance would be, I think the most important thing is being present in whatever you are doing. I think if you're at work, be present. If you're with your family, be present. Wherever you are, be present. It's not like you're spending time with your family and you're still like checking an
Working.
email from your founder, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It would undermine the little time that you're even trying to spend with your family or friends. So I think that is one, being present. Then for me, work culture. I think the most important thing is what you said. I believe in people being outspoken. I don't believe in people that they just, if they say something is A, you just go with A. Then you're not thinking of, oh, what if there's a B to this thing or there's a Z to this thing. So I think that is like one of the things I would like to prioritize. Thinking outside the box. What else? Being able to stand up to me. Yes, in a good way. I think that's like those are like the things I would want to reward. Yeah, thinking outside the box and not being the way we are in Nigeria. Whatever happens, we go with it. Yeah, so
Okay.
that is it for
So
me.
what are the things that you punish?
For me, I think the things that we punish is, for me, I don't really believe in punish per se. I think people learn. So I don't know how to explain what I mean, but what I'm just saying is I don't believe in, oh, you must punish people. It's more about, oh, what did you learn from this and what can you bring out of this? Because if you're using like a punish system, like, okay, you didn't meet your targets for this month, so you're going to remove 20% from this person. I've worked in that kind of organization, like you don't meet this or thing, they remove 20%, and it's not even bringing out the best from people. But if the approach is like different, oh, what did you learn from this, and blah 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 stuff. Yeah, I think that is it for me. I don't think I really want to punish, but what did you learn from this?
Okay. Thank you, Anne. So is it I don't think that okay, so maybe punish is sounding like secondary school English. But there has to be a justice system, a justice system for you to run an organization properly.
Yeah.
So it's not like punish, like kneel down and go to the corner, but there should be consequences to action. So yes, you didn't perform this month. All right, what can we do to support you? Blah 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 blah. Second month, the same thing. Third month, the same thing. Fourth month, the same thing. Even those that are proactive will start to relax, because if we could do the work, no, there's nothing that is. Do you understand? So punish.
Oh, I get you now.
Yes. So punish in that sense is to say that consequence. So there should be consequences for action for somebody that would be, for me now in my organization. I won't tolerate somebody that is disrespectful. I'm going to punish that. Whether you are the boss, whether you are the superior or not, we should treat each other with respect. So something I would punish, or something that would be, yes, would be that when somebody is disrespectful, you call it to order. You are being disrespectful. We are not disrespectful in this organization. There's a way, just like what you said, to say that what's the name? Disagree with me, but don't be rude. So when you are disagreeing, but your disagreement has now the beauty of your disagreement has now been lost in the fact that you were very rude in communicating it. I would punish that. So that's the punish, not necessarily that that you remove from people's money, but it should be that what are the things that you rebook if it happens. What are the things that you rebook around the rack and file? Okay, so you are supposed to do this, you didn't do that. Why wasn't it done? Accountability will be an important thing for me. Yeah, you don't like this honesty. I don't like it too. So somebody that lies, is obvious that this person is a lie. You punish it. There are some people that everybody knows that they are lying, and the Oga still allows them go because they are what? Maybe they are the Oga's friend, or they are whatever. it begins to affect the culture of that organization. Everybody know in this organization, somebody was telling me that in the organization that they are, you have to flatter the boss. Even when you know that what is happening is not Oga is so, as in that thing, you are very intelligent. That's something. So they know that that's the ticket. Everybody flatters the boss. So what will happen in that kind of organization? They won't say the truth. They know that it's flattery that works. So it's about, okay, what will you reward and what will you punish? So thank you very much, and for those things to say, people speaking up, rewarding creativity, ingenuity, and all of that. I think everybody has spoken. Eno, do you have some concluding thoughts? Because you were cut off by network.
Okay, good evening. Okay, for me, my own understanding about this culture, work culture, is that it's something like, one thing I learned in this class this week is that it's something that should be formed from the onset. You don't wait until when a business is 5 years or even 1 year. And so when that culture is formed from the onset, anybody coming in will know. So if someone coming in that is a dishonest person, the person cannot stay long in that organization because that place cannot accommodate the person's dishonesty. So the person will eventually leave, or the person will be sacked. So for me, the culture itself should start from the co-founders and the founders themselves. And anyone coming in will see it, and they should be very intentional about it. And so from them seeing it, when they know that, in this place, we are always accountable. In this place, we always come early to work. When they find out they can't meet up, they just leave without you even having to sack them or anything like that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, I know. And it's correct to say that culture starts from day one. Even your own approach to work. So if you tell a client that, oh, I'm going to deliver it by 7, but for whatever reason, you cannot deliver it by 7, do you send an email by 6 to say, I apologize, 7 o'clock, I promise, will not happen. Please give me more time. Even when it's just you. When you do like that, when it's just you, when somebody joins you, the person will know that, no, if you are not going to meet up with the time in this organization, if you are not going to meet up with the time, tell the person that, no, I cannot meet up with this time. Becomes something that, so is something we have to think about right now, to say, what are the things that I want to see? Do I want an organization where it's full of yes men, or do I want an organization where people are creative? If you want a creative organization, there are things you put in place to ensure that their creativity flows and their creativity is rewarded. So I think that's it. What would I like to iterate in this class? Number one, the people are always the most important factor in anything. So you want to be very, very deliberate about the kind of people that you do business with, about the kind of people that you hire. So you hire fast. Once you hire them, and you fire fast. So you can't be a CEO that say, I don't like to fire. So you hire and you fire. You cannot tell your HR, if you don't have HR, the HR will do the firing for you. But you have to be fast with it. You see somebody that doesn't fit into your culture, quickly tell them to leave, so that they don't pollute the bad egg. Because like your culture is like full of good eggs. You bring one bad egg, you don't quickly isolate that bad egg and remove it. Everybody will start, all the good egg that you have start to behave like the bad egg. So be very cautious, especially at the early stage, because the people you recruit at the early stage determines a lot. You know, a lot of people will say that Microsoft built a lot of billionaires and millionaires, and they were the first set of workers that worked in Microsoft, and you can know that they gave it their best shot. So you want people, what kind of people do you want? Do you want people that will say, no, this is just my job, well, every other thing is not my business? Or do you want people that would be proactive, that would face things and make it theirs? Another is take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Take time to relax. Look for something that relaxes you. Some people is music, some people is movie, some people is work, some people is exercise. Look for that thing that relaxes you and ensure that you do it every day. Protect your mental health. It's very, very, very important as a founder. It helps you help you to be more productive, helps organization. Work-life balance is very important. And I love what Anne said, to say be present. If it's just 30 minutes you are spending with that friend, or with your family or with whatever, be present. Let them know that it's not that that's what you are typing from, typing system, checking for bugs, checking, no, be present. And then define what success looks like to you. When you define what success looks like to you, those parameters, cascade them down into your everyday life or into your weekly life and find time for it. It is important that, I think I'll leave us on this note to say that don't work alone as an entrepreneur. You need people that, I have people in my life that I'll just call them and it's just pure lamentation. I just want to lament. And then after we lament, you say, babes, don't worry. It won't be like this forever. It won't be like this forever. Don't worry. And then I'm better. So you want to have people, you want to be in a community of people that are doing what you do, that are entrepreneurs, people that are building, people that understand the stress and the weight of the office, so that they can help you along the way. They can advise you. They can introduce you to people that can, that can help your work to be better. They can give you some few tips. Oh boy, be sleeping, the last time that, sleep like this, work like this, work like this. So please belong to a community of people. Worst case scenario, have a friend or 1, 2, 3 people that would be that shoulder that you can lean on. That will be your support system because you need it. All right, thank you again. It's always a pleasure to be in class to share 1 or 2 things that I know, and of course to hear our thoughts back. And is always, our thoughts are found that they are always profound. We always have something beautiful to say. So thank you for your time. Thank you for coming. I wish you all the very best. See you, I think 10th week or something. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas in advance.
Yeah, same to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, guys. Oh my God.